Hello everyone, it is Ann here with Stamp with Ann. I am just checking my connections and making sure we are good. Stamp with Ann, So, welcome. I'm excited to be here with you Tuesday night, and it is an exciting night. I thought I would jump on and do a project with you tonight, showcasing a fancy fold card. I will let Facebook let you know that I am live, and I am just making sure that everything is good. If you're on, say hi, and I will get started in a few minutes. I think I look good. Okay, I have a bit of my camera showing here, so I'm just gonna move it over. Okay. Well, let's see if we're in focus again. Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Ann Granger and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada, and I live in the beautiful city of Dorchester, Ontario. I am excited you are here with me tonight, and I thought, you know what, I just need to, my goal has been to do Facebook Lives. I was doing them in the summer and life happened and I kind of forgot them. Not forgot them, but you know what? Life happened. But I am committed, and this is my goal to get back into doing them. So if you're on with me tonight, please say hi. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you're on, because I'm excited to be with you. So tonight we are creating a fancy fold card, and it is using one of the adorable new stamp sets from the Holiday Mini called Warm and Toasty. So first of all, I want to show you, once again, my name is Ann Granger, and if you have not followed me or want to follow me, my blog is www.stampwithann.com, and I will be posting this video to my blog probably in the next couple days, and I also will be uploading it to my YouTube channel. So if you do not follow me on my YouTube channel, I would ask you to please follow me, because I want to grow my customers and I want to grow my YouTube channel. So please follow me. I will be going live with some fun projects each week. So I'm not sure what day yet. I'm just going to pop on and be like, hey, this is what we're doing. So I'm excited to be with you tonight. So this is our Canadian catalog. It's the August to December mini catalog, aka holiday catalog. It is filled to the brim with wonderful ideas and products that will help you celebrate from some Halloween all the way to Christmas. So the stamp set that I wanted to show you tonight, and where you can find it, is on page, right here on page 42. It is the Warm and Toasty stamp set. Oh, when I first saw these adorable animals, I was like, I have to have this set, because this set is perfect for coloring. And I can't wait to show you what we're doing tonight. So I'm going to show you the stamp set, and I'm going to show you the card, and we're going to get started. And if you have any questions, please let me know as we're doing the Facebook Live, because I want to interact with you. I miss stamping with my customers, and I hope that I can connect with stamping through Facebook Lives with you. So here is the adorable stamp set we are using. It is a Warm and Toasty, cute images. So if you love to color, with our stamping blends, our watercolor pencils, our Stampin' Right markers, you could use a blender and inks. This set is meant for you. It is a rubber cling, so all you will need is clear blocks to adhere your stamp sets to, and we're going to show you that. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. So the stamp card, or the card we're making tonight, is this adorable fancy fold. It's called a book style fancy fold, and I actually saw this card idea from my friend Patty Bennett, who is Stamp with Patty in the US. Patty and I are great friends, and she did a Facebook Live a few weeks ago using this stamp set, or not using this fancy fold, and I was like, oh my god. And I had the Warm and Toasty on I have a bin on my table. That means those are the stamp sets I need to create with. And I was like, I bet you that would make a great card to create with. So that is what I'm going to show you guys how to do tonight. So we're going to put that aside and let's get started. I've actually written down the measurements for you so you can follow along. And I will post these measurements on my blog, so you will see them. And they will also be posted on in the video, enter the video details. So first of all, we are using seaside spray. So right here. So what I've done is I've cut a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of paper, and we are going to score it at, so I'm using our paper trimmer. This is our Stampin' Up paper trimmer. If you are looking for a new paper trimmer, I would highly recommend it. You can cut and score. It has 6 inches plus on this side and another inch extra on this side, and the arm opens up and you can go to 17 inches. So we are going to score at 4.25. So we're going to score here. This is cut, this is score. So you want to make sure you're using the right blade, because I've done it many times where I've actually meant to score and then cut. So I just want to make sure we're at 4.25, and then we're going to do it again at 5.5. Okay, so I'm just going to move my paper trimmer out of the way. All right, so you can see I have score lines here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score this big line and fold it in half. So it's like I'm creating a regular size card. Exactly what I've done. Now with this fold line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this back. So as you can see, what I've done is I've created like a little book. So now we're going to decorate. We are using a piece of Misty Moonlight. I want to call it Misty Mountain because that's what I feel like it should be called, but it's Misty Moonlight cardstock. And this is, I didn't do the measurements, but I believe it's 1 inch by 5.25. Sorry, I'm going to rewrite this. My DSP is going to be 3.25, and I will change that up. I did it quickly. Okay, so let's grab our stamp and seal. So I'm just going to lay that down. Oh, that's okay. Right there. All right, so I have a piece of designer series paper, and this paper is actually trimmed to town. I love this paper. It is adorable. It has great scenery on it, and I love the colors. So this is actually the Misty Moonlight in it, and it is actually going to be 3.25 by 5 by 5, and I'm going to just lay that down. And we're going to add some ribbon, and before we do that, I'm going to give you a trick. So when I first created this card, I actually glued my ribbon all the way around. I'm okay with that, but I'm not a fan sometimes of my ribbon showing. So what I decided to do, I actually showed this card in a different design to my team of demonstrators. We had a team meeting on Sunday, and I gave them the trick of actually, and it also uses less ribbon, is to tuck it behind the seal before you seal. So I am using the Seaside Spray metallic ribbon, and what I'm going to do is hear it down here. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit in here, hear it down, and then here. And I'm going to get my scissors and cut it out. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to seal this fold. So I am using our Stampin' Seal adhesive. If you've not tried it, I would recommend it. It is a great seal, but sometimes it takes a little bit to learn. Learning curve. Okay, so I put that down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal that down. What I'm doing is I'm closing that part of the fold to create my book fold. All right, so we're going to set this aside right now because we have some cutting to do. And I'm going to bring in our new Stamp and Cut Emboss machine. I have heard many demonstrators call this the Big Boss. So I haven't nicknamed mine yet. I'm not sure what I want to nickname it. But for now, I love it. So this is our new die cutting machine. I'll just show you. It folds up like a purse. This is the larger one, and there is a mini one. The mini one is not available yet, and Stampin' Up is hoping it'll be available sometime within the next few months or in the new year. So to open it up, you're just going to pull it down, and it sits like that. It has rubber feet on it, so it doesn't really slide. When you purchase the Stampin' Cut machine, it comes with 2 plates, 2 platforms, and they're numbered. And what I really like now is Stampin' Up has put the and I call sandwich ingredients on how to create different using it with thin dies, standard dies, embossing folders, and then obviously with thin dies. And then it also comes with 2 clear plates. So what we're gonna do, the first thing is we're going to emboss. So I am using what is called our embossing plate. So it's a number 4. So what I'm gonna do is I am actually using the Winter Snowflake embossing folder. This is also, you can find this in our our August to December catalog. And I am embossing this white piece of paper. Okay, so we're gonna put that down. Now it's a pretty thin one, so I sometimes have to just play around with the measurements themselves. And I'm just gonna roll it through. It's very quiet. It doesn't actually like creak and crack like our old one did, but it's good. So here is the snowflake die. Very cute. Love how it embosses. So we're gonna put that piece over there. And while we're out, we're actually going to use our magnetic plate. So this is our Stampin' Up! Magnetic plate. I'm gonna have it right here. And I am using the Hippo Friends. So when I purchase dies or dies, I always tend to look at what I can use for other things. I love the Hippo and Friends because of the labels that are in this die. So this is a great die set if you're looking for different labels to put on your card. So we are actually using this one because I just love the shape of it. And we're using white paper. And I'm going to get in a clear plate. Just trying to tidy up here as I go. And we're just gonna roll it through. And as you can see, it has cut out this super fun, adorable label. I always get in the habits of putting my labels away or my dies away because sometimes these dies are very tiny and you can lose them. So make sure you put them away. I use magnetic sheets from Stampin' Storage, so highly recommend. I've definitely looked them up, and that's what I use, is just those. So let me just move this out of my way. And now we're gonna do some stamping. All right, so I have my label, and I need some Memento ink, and I'm just gonna move my card out of the way. We are getting the polar bear. Isn't he, look how adorable he is. Isn't he cute? So cute. And then we're gonna put him on. I am using one of our bigger blocks, which is block E. And I am actually just gonna grab an extra piece of paper so I don't mess up my grid that I'm using. Move out all your projects so you don't literally stick your hand in ink. Trust me, I've done that. Yep, that's why you wear old shirts when you stamp. All right, so I have my die, and I kind of want him like he's waving. So we're just going to come in. Actually, wait, before I do that, back her up. I want to stamp my greeting. I want to stamp my greeting, and the reason why I want to do that first is because I kind of want to know where I am for my guide for my polar bear. So we're using the greeting that says, "Here's to cool Yule." Yule, like as in, especially sound like you, but it's Yule. And I am using Misty Moonlight. So I'm just going to, oh, look at that. I got a line. Oh, it's okay. Clean it off. See? Always makes mistakes. It happens. Does that ever happen to you? And I think I'm out of mist. Oh my. Okay, let's try this again. Stamping. Here's to a cool you. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to put that over there. Close up the Misty Moonlight so I do not stick my arm in it because I've done that before. All right. Let's stamp our polar bear again. And we're just going to position him so he's like going by, saying hi. I think I might have been a little bit. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Okay. Close up your ink pad because you, once again, do not want to stick your finger in it. I am going to color my polar bear dude. And I'm just going to color his scarf. So I'm using our stamping blend. So I'm using Real Red and Misty Moonlight. The one thing I love about Stampin' Up! Is everything coordinates. So you can go from cardstock to pattern paper to ribbon to blends. It's all perfect. And I'm going to do his hat. Actually, you know what? Let's do his hat red, because then I'm going to ask you which one you guys like better. Do you prefer the red hat or the blue hat? So I am coloring with my blends. There's no right or wrong. You can go from dark to light. I'm going to add a bit of dark, and then I'm going to go back and do a little bit of coloring with my red light. And then I'm going to go back in and do a little bit of dark highlights. So like that. All right. Okay, now we're going to do his scarf in the blue. So as I said, this is Misty Mountain. Oh, sorry, I knew I was going to call it Misty Mountain. Misty Moonlight. I love our blends. If you love to color, you are going to love our blends. They are alcohol markers, and they are meant for coloring and shading. Sometimes what I tend to do, if you follow me on my Stamp with Ann page, I was actually doing a whole bunch of coloring on the weekend. I stamped just a whole bunch of images, and then I sat and colored them. Can I just tell you how relaxing that was? Oh, it was so much fun. I was working on some projects for my downline meeting, and I have a fun technique that I'm going to share with you on my next one of my upcoming Facebook Lives with you. So you will see the coloring I was doing and what it was for. All right, so I'm just going to go like that. And now I'm going to bring back in my paper trimmer. I probably maybe should have went over a bit too much. Sugar. That's okay. He's going to be over a little bit more than what I wanted. What I should have did was I should have stamped it first. We might have to do another label. Well, let me see. We're going to see what this looks like. All right. I'm going to put this down. So I'm just going to put it down with my tape. Oh, that's bigger than what? Oh, no, that's perfect. All right, and then I'm bringing in my pattern once again. This is from the Trim the Town here. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to place this here. And what I want to do is place this on, but my thing is too big. What I should have did was cut off. All right, that's not happy. Redoing it. Just a minute. See, this is what happens. You're just sometimes not happy with something and you have to do it. And that's okay, because it's just paper. You can redo it again. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring this in, get our label. Because what I actually wanted to do first was cut the label and then stamp my greeting and then stamp my polar bear. So let's do that this time. I just would not have been happy with the way it was sitting, so let's try that again. Do you ever do that? Just sometimes you create something and it just doesn't look right, so you're like, redoing it. That's okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to size up where I want it. So I'm sizing it up, and I'm just going to probably bring it to about here. So I'm just going to make a line with my, and then I'm going to cut it. There we go. All right. So let's bring in our Misty Moonlight. I hear dyes dropping in my bucket. That's okay. We'll fix that after. Stamp lightly. Actually, I'm going to stamp my polar bear first. Let's try this with my polar bear first. Alright, so we're going to stamp the polar bear off to the side here. There you go. So adorable. Cover up your ink so you don't stick your finger in it. We're going to ink up with Misty Moonlight. There we go. Ah, perfect. That is so much better. All right, let's get my blends out again. And we will do a quick color. And I will do, so this is the card we are making. I will bring my pieces. We're going to do a red hat this time, just like before. And I'm actually starting with light this time. As I said, there's no right or wrong which way you go. Sometimes too, Stampin' Up! Does a great job. If you notice here on the hat, it's a little bit darker in the corner, so it's actually creating that bit of a shadow for you. So you can add a little bit of extra highlights with your darker in there. And then go back and do it with your red. Okay. So as I said earlier, I'm using Real Red and Misty Moonlight. And I'm actually just going to use the dark. And we're going to go down. Sometimes when I'm coloring in such fine area, I take my time because I don't want to get it all over. All right, there we go. Oh, so much better. So happy with that. Okay, so let's bring our card back in. We are going to adhere this down. So if you're just joining me, thanks for watching. If you're watching on the replay, please let me know you've watched the replay and how you've liked this project. We are creating a book style fancy fold, and actually I can move this out now and show you the measurements. So here's the card we're making. So we have this little guy. We're going to pop him up. And I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel, and it will be on my blog, which is www.stampwithann, in the next, probably in the next few days. I have a couple busy nights, so probably towards the end of the week I will upload it and share it with you on my blog. So here is that, and then I'm going to bring back in the ribbon. Here's another trick for you. I never cut ribbon off my spool because I never know how much of a bow I'm going to make. So I actually just start my bow like this. And then I go like this, pull my things in like that. And then trim it off. Bring in my glue dots. All right, and then we're going to put our bow down. And there you go. There is your fancy fold book style card using the Warm and Toasty stamp set. So I want to know, do you like the polar bear with the blue hat and red scarf? Or do you prefer the polar bear with the red hat and blue scarf? I would love to know. Ooh, we could add a little bit of Wink Castell. I don't know how much I have left, but let's just see. Let's add a little bit of Wink on his hat. Give him a little bit of glistering. He's been out in the snow all day. His coat can never have enough glitter. Oh, I like that. Let's just, do you ever add Wink Castell at the very end when you've looked at your project and go, oh, it just needs something else. All right, there we go. Now I am done. Let's look at my project. Here is your book style fancy fold card using the Warm and Toasty. I would love to know which one you like better, or which one you prefer, or do you like both? Do you like the polar bear with the red hat and the blue scarf, or the polar bear with the blue scarf or blue hat and red scarf? Can't wait to hear what you thought. Please let me know what you thought of this fancy fold card. I do have some more samples shown with this card and this book style, and I will be sharing them on my blog after I post the video. So watch for those on my blog. As I said, if you have not followed me before, I would love for you to follow me. My blog is www.stampwithann.com, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Also, those tags are Stamp with Ann. And I am excited to be back with you for Facebook Live. So if you have any questions about this project, you will find all the information on my Stamp with Ann, and I will be loading it up to my YouTube channel. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I will be back with another fun project to share with you very soon. Bye everyone, and have a great night.